Hi everyone, this is Ms. Saunders here. Welcome to the 7-week second session version of professional writing. I'm here to introduce you to myself and introduce you to some elements of the course, as well as kind of lay out how to navigate the Blackboard page. If you're using Blackboard, or if you're here, then you know how to use Blackboard, so that's a good start. So just to let you know a little bit about myself and my background in professional and other types of writing. I'm originally from California, from the San Francisco Bay Area. I studied at SF State for my undergrad, and while I was there, I did about a year and a half in the UK at the University of East Anglia, where I also studied creative writing. I got my Master's of Fine Arts from LSU in Baton Rouge, where I studied, oh, there's my cat. I didn't know he was going to make an appearance, where I studied poetry, but I also took a lot of nonfiction and fiction workshops, so I was doing a lot of work on the level of the sentence, as well as writing poems. I recently completed a cross-genre manuscript, so that is using elements of poetry and prose, and I'm presently at work on a novel. So in addition to having studied creative writing for a while, I've also worked as an editor in many different capacities. I've worked as a professional writer, or a technical writer, I'm sorry, for a disaster relief consultancy. And so I've just had a lot of time to, I guess, think about language, work with language, and think about what one needs to do to create clear, concise writing, which is really one of the most important parts of the course, because you can communicate in a clear, effective, concise manner, you are going to excel in your professional communications. Okay, so moving on to some elements of the course. Most weeks, though not, of course not all, you're going to be posting drafts of your assignments on the discussion board. And I just wanted to highlight that it's important to give, when you are reviewing your peers' drafts, which is going to be an important part of this course, you'll want to make sure that you're using the course concepts to do so. So when you give your peers feedback, that's really the time for you to apply the concepts that you're reading and thinking about in the lectures and in the reading. And I think it's really most effective when you are very specific, right, about the things that you're seeing. So you'll, in this sentence, I'm seeing, disadvantageous repetition. Then you'll give the sentence, if that makes sense. Of course, I'm going to be modeling how to do this as well. And I'll also be sending you guys emails and announcements with this information. But just wanted to point that out because it is kind of an important part of, applying the knowledge. So in terms of the layout of this course on Blackboard, you'll see that there is the course is split up by week. You can access the weekly modules through the course content tab on the left side of the page. You'll also see there's a discussion board tab. You can also, access the weekly discussion boards in the week where it's located. But if you go to the discussion board tab, which is on the left side of the page, quite near the course content link, you'll see that there is a student lounge. And that's a place for you guys to ask each other questions, to kind of connect about things maybe tangentially related or peripherally related to the course. Ask me questions. That's kind of like a post anything. I guess it's kind of like the virtual equivalent of, maybe small talk that you'd have with a student in class, such as when's the assignment due, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to clarify about this course is that you'll always want to turn in the final drafts of your assignments through the Blackboard links in Microsoft Word format. And it's important because I give you guys feedback on track changes, so I can't grade it if it's in another format. However, when you respond to discussion posts, you'll always want to type in the information in the box, and you won't want to attach your discussion posts as in a Word format. So that's just kind of how it works is Microsoft Word, the Blackboard link, your final drafts, your rough drafts, and your peer comments will just be typed in, copy and pasted, no attachments. In the discussion posts, and this will become more clear if you've taken online classes before, or which probably some of you have, or as you go along and we start getting into the content. But in the discussion posts, you'll always want to respond to the thread that I create, as opposed to starting your own thread. And the reason that I like for that to be the case is because it's a lot easier for your classmates to peruse the discussion we're having it as a class if everyone's responses are collated and organized in the same place. And again, you know, it's no biggie if you post it in the wrong place. I'm just going to let you know. And so hopefully me telling you now will perhaps prevent that. You'll see also on the left side of the Blackboard homepage of the course, there'll also be the weekly announcements. I'll also email you those announcements as well. So if you don't feel like checking those, you can just check your email box instead. With the weekly announcements, I'll be, you know, introducing you to the weekly content and the due dates each week, as well as the task, and also be emailing you and making an announcement on the day that things are due. So I'll be reminding you, you know, it's Friday, you know, you have to turn in your business proposal by midnight, for instance. Again, on the left side, you'll also see the link to look at the syllabus in the weekly schedule. So I'd suggest reviewing the syllabus a few times before you get started with the course, because that's going to have all the information that's vital to, you know, succeeding and getting the most out of this mini semester. All right, so again, welcome. I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you, and even better, getting to know your writing. I really like teaching this course. I just find that there's tons of transformation throughout the mini semester, even though it's really short. So, you know, it's something that I really take a lot of delight in, is watching my students excel. So this week, you're going to be posting initial discussion post about the reading in this week's, you know, intellectual material. You're going to post that by Wednesday. And you're going to respond to 2 peers Monday by midnight. And Monday, you also have your bios due. So those are going to be posted to the discussion board. And those are also due Monday by midnight. All right, everyone. Well, good luck. I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you a little bit better as the semester goes on.